Good morning, and how are you, everybody, on this wonderful Tuesday morning, March 5th, 2024. Good morning, Nancy. How are you this morning? It is this amazing day. Hi, Stacy, sweetie. Good morning. How are you guys feeling today? It is an amazing, wonderful morning. Hi, Lynn. How are you feeling this morning? It is beautiful outside. Today, we are going to 17 degrees. Ooh la la. So, Celsius, of course. So for us, it's a bonanza day. Good morning, Arita. Are you going out sunbathing today in this warm weather we are having? And that's how it is today. So I am feeling amazing. Thank you. I decided I'm wearing summer today. It feels like summer. It's not yet there. It will. It's 6 degrees, so it's halfway there. It's on its way up. By 1, 11, 10, it should be warm. And of course, here we are. So let's look at these wonderful morning blessings that you have. It's your morning blessing, and welcome. Thank you for taking the time to press that button and to drop by. And thank you for sharing it when you tell your friends about it. It is an amazing morning. Why are you feeling that something is missing in your life? Why? Because we go through life and we keep thinking that something is missing. And when we say that something is missing, that's exactly what it is. We say something. But normally we do not know what is missing. What do you want? What are you looking for? Like, ask you that question, I don't know. You know, Tessa-Marie, I just think I'm not getting it. Things are not coming together. It's not, and all of that makes it more difficult for things to come together. And have you ever had a hair from your makeup brush on your nose and you cannot shake it off and you can't find it? I think I have one this morning. Good morning, Deborah. How are you this morning? So why are you feeling that something is missing in your life? What do you want? What are you looking for? And hi, good morning, Loretta. How are you feeling today? Know you have it all, then believe you do. That's easy for me to say here and say. Know and believe you have it all because you do. And for me, that's easy. I'm saying that and you're wondering, is she on drug? Good morning, Ryan. How are you feeling this morning? The thing about saying something is missing is really like that. You know, you are confused. I know it's not right. Something is missing. And all your attention goes on finding what is missing, and it doesn't come to you. It's like that loose hair from the makeup brush that is sticking somewhere on your face and you can feel it, but you cannot remove it. And it's there. So now, if you ask yourself the question, what do you believe you are lacking? Will you get the answer? Ask yourself that question. What am I lacking? Will you get that answer? And then, will you accept the answer? Supposing you ask yourself, you know what? Something is missing in my life. And I just, what is it? And somebody will say this. Good morning, Yuko. How are you feeling this morning? A little frazzled, focused, and grateful to wake up and to be present. Amazing, Deborah. As long as you have the last part, acknowledge, frazzle, focus, grateful to be here. That's what matters. Up and to be present. And that is what is important. So we are missing a part of us, we say, and we are looking for that answer. And then will you accept the answer? When you get the answer, do you want the answer? Are you saying this answer is the right answer for me? Some of us believe that when we get this or that, we will be good. This or that will solve all that challenges us. But this or that is putting a square peg in a round hole. It does not fit. No amount of effort will make it fit. So the question remains, why, no matter how hard I try, nothing changes in my life? That's what I hear. And some of you might have already faced that. And listen to this paragraph again. Some of us, and you know some of us, and if it's not you, you have heard this before. People will do this. As soon as I get this, As soon as I lose the weight, I'll be happy. As soon as I gain, I get out of debt, I'll be happy. As soon as I find my soulmate, I'll be happy. As soon as I do this, I'll be happy. When I get a better house, I will decorate it. When I get a car that I like, everything is always when. I no longer look for the answer in others. I am just amazing. Some of us believe that when we get this or that, we will be good. This or that will solve all that challenges us. But this or that is putting a square peg in a round hole. It does not fit. No amount of effort will make it fit. So the question remains, why, no matter how hard I try, nothing changes in my life? So that's what happens. When you are looking for this or that, and you find this or that, or you think you have this or that, and you take it to the place where you want to put the this or the that. When you get to the piece or the that, you have this square peg, and by all reason, you need it to fit perfectly into that round hole. And then it's not doing that. It's not working. It's just not fitting. You push it, you jam it, and then you go, oh goodness gracious, no matter what I do, nothing is working in my life. And many times when we say that, we do not realize the passion, the energy, the force we put to it. No matter what, you know what, I try, I push, and you never say, I do my best. You notice that, right? Because if you're doing your best, you'll be satisfied that the square peg is not going to fit into the round hole. But you keep trying, and you keep saying, I keep trying. The solution, love, peace, wisdom is within me. It is, but you have to be able to know how to capture it. And that is sometimes why people do not get it. The point is, the square peg is never going to fit into the round hole. But you decided it's something you were going to do. You did it to a point. And when you did it to this point, I can't help it, Trace. There's nothing I can do if I freeze. And I just wait for, what you call this man, Instagram to unfreeze me. And if he doesn't, well, so be it. You see, I cannot wait for Instagram to tell me what to do. I have to just keep going. And that is what it is. So when you are frozen, it's like saying I cannot move because Instagram won't allow me to move. But I can still talk, can I? So I keep going. And like Deborah said, I do not wait for other people to, whatever you said up there, I do not look for them to give you the solution. So that is great that Tracy noticed it. That is great. Tracy told me about it. That is great that Stacey said that, because you see, I know that Instagram, even if it freezes, it didn't freeze me. It froze itself. And that is something we have to remember. So we keep pushing that square peg into the round hole. And there comes a time we have to look at it and say, you know what? This is the best I can do with this situation, and leave it. You do not hate it. You do not walk away and say, and all of that. Just let it go. Because that's as far as you can go with it. You can't take it any further. Do you honestly believe that there has been no change ever in your life? When you make that statement that this square peg will not fit into that round hole, and no matter how hard I try, nothing ever changes in my life. Do you really believe that? Do you really believe that nothing ever changes in your life? Well, kindergarten to senior to junior, grade 1 to 12 to 13 to university to doctorate to philosopher to wisdom caller to seeker to finder, nothing changed along that journey called life. And that is where our problem is. We are looking for a change we cannot even name. We do not even know what is that thing we are missing. My life is changing every day. It does. The thing though, no wonder you cannot see the changes, even if you are experiencing the change. You decided by your definite words that nothing changes. You said it and you will receive it. That is a form of manifestation. And no matter what I do, Tessa-Marie, nothing changes. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. It's all, no matter how hard I try, nothing changes. And when you believe that, it becomes part of your life because you really, 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 really believe it. And you know, you have to hold on to what it is that you believe, but say it in a way that you have to see there has to be some change. There is change. The weather changes, and everything changes, and you don't realize that. Then check out, why do you have hair on your chin you never had when you were 12? Why do you? Why are you unable to bend down and come back up as you were when you were 10, when you were 25? Why can't you not exercise and don't have to go up and down the stairs? Why? Nothing changes. Nothing changes because you decided that by your words with passion, determination, nothing ever changes, no matter how hard I try. You're kidding? That, of course, is, it's like you have a thirst for what you can see. Do not know, you do not know, does not believe, and have no faith in it. And you still want to be happy. So you do not know. You do not believe, and you have no faith it will happen. Will you be happy when you do get it? So this is why you are searching for something that is missing. Of course, you will thirst for it. You're going to thirst for it. Eat. But you don't even know what it is. Something is missing. It's like an itch that won't go away. A hair from your makeup brush on your face you cannot brush off. Do not know. It does not relent. It is holding tight. It's annoying. But then you're saying and you're searching. It's something that is missing. What is missing? What do you believe is missing? The way to change that feeling, quench that thirst, is to begin where you are. Being grateful for what already is. Just that. So it doesn't matter how hard you try, according to you, how much you push, how much you tug at it, how much you pull on it, nothing changes. And you are looking at it. If I take some of your statements and read them, I might lose thoughts, so I'll pick it up at the end. So do not forget that. Of course, you thirst for something. The way to change that feeling, quench that thirst, is to begin where you are, being grateful for what already is. Maybe saying and seeing things, people, and occasions to be grateful is not enough. So gratitude is a funny kind of thing. When you believe you're missing something, I always say to you, be grateful for what you have. So Tessa-Marie said to be grateful for what I have. Oh, I'm grateful I have a pretty dress on today. I'm grateful I did this. I'm grateful the hair on my nose has gone away. I'm grateful I had dinner. I'm grateful I smiled. I'm grateful I talked to my friend. And your gratitude in a way, and you just do. I'm grateful for, and you have a one syllable word, maybe 2 syllables. I'm grateful for being alive, right? And you're pushing that, and you're grateful. And that is amazing. Good morning, Kathleen. How are you, my dear? How are you feeling this morning? So you are grateful for all these wonderful things, but they're all 1 syllable, 2 syllable words. And what I found out myself, maybe saying and seeing things, people, and occasions to be grateful for is not enough. For you, it's not enough. For the other one that has been practicing gratitude from a very early 10, 20, 30 years ago, maybe that is enough. It has worked for them, and that is great. Obviously, when you're being grateful like that, your heart is not involved in your gratitude. So you are being, I'm grateful, and especially when you take, oh, I'm grateful because my friend, she cannot afford to get a house, she cannot afford to do this, she doesn't have that, I'm grateful I have more money than them, I'm grateful. That kind of gratitude, it falls on deaf ears. That is not gratitude. That is comparison. You're comparing yourself to the surface of what you purport that person has in their life, which you do not know. You're making an assumption. You're using negative words to describe the person you think that has less than you. But in the meantime, you are still thirsty. You want more. You cannot stop quenching that thirst of yours. You go to God, God, let me win the lottery, please. You get a prayer and you pray and you say, God, you give me. You never say, God, can you just give me the strength to have dignity? No, you give me the lottery, because you see, the lottery becomes this or that. that will make your life better. And that's what you believe. If I only had this, or I had that, or I would have it all. No, it doesn't work like that. You said you're missing something. And I said to you to be more grateful for what you already have. I have never encouraged any of you to go through gratitude, dragging comparison together. Then you might as well sit at home and look at the grass across the fence and say, oh, these people have grass that's better than me. Yeah, they do. But will you pay the price to have grass that's better than that? So stop that and be grateful for where you are. Obviously, when this happens to you and you say, no matter what I do, there are no changes in my life, guess what? That is because your heart is not involved in your gratitude. And so begin by using your gratitude journal. I wanted to bring mine here, but pick up your gratitude journal, hold it up in front of you, and write what you are grateful for. So when you write what you're grateful for, I am not asking you to do the same thing over and over again. Let me show you how you attack your gratitude journal so it opens up and gives you what you're looking for. Hear my voice and listen to this. Today we are writing in our gratitude journal. So you are going to write in that gratitude journal of yours. You have it. You bought it. It doesn't necessarily have to be mine. Not the one I was inspired to create, not the one I created, anyone. Your gratitude journal maybe could look like this. I don't care. You have a gratitude journal. And when last you wrote in it? When last you spoke to it? When last you caressed it? I purposely created my gratitude journal with a cover that feels nice when you touch it. It has that. And when you caress something, it relents, it opens up for you. When you give it some love and attention, it opens up for you. But when you take it and you go in and you go, no date, no time, no name. Who wrote that 20 years from now? A granddaughter, a grandson, a person in your family picks that book up and says, I wonder what my great-grandmother was thinking. Miracles begin to pour into your life when you start to be grateful for the things you have not yet received. I purposely put those little quotations in here. I think there are 4 of them. And every time you come across one of them, it will remind you to do what you're supposed to do to find that thing you're feeling you do not have. Being grateful for the things you are able to do for someone else is really opening the door for more reasons for you to be grateful. Gratitude is not only being grateful for you and what you possess and what you have in your life. The universe favors those who are persistently grateful. The universe rarely comes up and says to you, when you are having a meal, remember to be grateful for the people who planted and prepared the food for you which you are eating. Because you see, it's only when you do that, gratitude will remind you to stay in the present moment. Gratitude is a funny little guy. Gratitude has friends and family. Gratitude has many siblings. The more grateful you are, the more reasons you will find to be grateful. And that is what gratitude does. But this gratitude about, I'm so grateful because I don't live in Russia. Well, really, you do not live in Russia, and I know that, and you know that, and your address tells you that, and your family told you that already. You know that. Just be grateful for where you live. But I ask you to get your gratitude journal out and get your blue ink pen, because that's the color of success. And so you begin by using your gratitude journal and write what you are grateful for. Yes, you are writing what you're grateful for until your fingers stiffen. You haven't done that before. You're in a hurry. I don't have time, Tessa-Marie, and according to Jay-Z, that is the adult version of the dog at my homework. I have no time. No, we have no time. That is why we have to use the time that we've got. You write, you start, because when you haven't written gratitude from your heart, you write simple gratitudes. Every day, every morning, you should set a timer for 2 minutes and write what happened yesterday that you're so grateful for. 2 minutes and write about that. Because when you do that, you will also quench that thirst that I am missing something. You know, I just feel uneasy. Something is not right. And that is the attitude you say it with. But if you go back for just that time and you think yesterday, what can I write about yesterday? Can I tell you what I wrote about this morning in my gratitude journal? For 2 minutes I wrote, yesterday I prepared a fabulous lunch for myself. I had steamed broccoli. I used a double boiler. And I had sweet potato. So I had this sweet potato boiling in some water at the bottom. I put the broccoli in the double boiler. I had chicken that I prepared. And then I took the broccoli off, add lemon and salt and pepper. Set it aside. The potatoes were done. I just sprinkled a little bit of olive oil over it. I put the chicken next to it. I dragged the chair that the kids had for my husband, Kathleen and all of them contributed to that, into the sunshine on the patio. And I sat there with a nice glass of water, and I sat there while the sun and the warmth of the day, and I enjoyed my lunch. When I took the plate out, because I do not eat a lot at one time, I'm like a grazer. When I took the plate out, I looked at it, I said, I'm not going to eat all that. But because of where I was and the feeling that was going through me, I cleaned the plate up. I sat there for half an hour, no TV or nothing. It was just me and the early, red cardinals around. And the chime going a little because it had a little breeze, but it was warm. And I sat there and enjoyed it. So I wrote about that this morning. It took 2 minutes to do the whole thing. I gave gratitude to what I did, and I wrote it. Then after that, I chose 3 things to be grateful for. And I write a complete sentence about it, a tiny, maybe 3 lines. But and then after that, I send a note. So when you guys get a note from me, and I say, I appreciate you, I'm happy and grateful you come and you're so attentive, that is another set of, that note is a full paragraph or more of gratitude. That's how I feel. And so that's why I say, begin with what you know, with that gratitude journal. Because something is missing. And maybe you haven't acknowledged what you have. That is why you feel you do not have it. So you might just start, and it might just be the normal way. You know what, Tessa-Marie, I'm grateful for you. You know what, I'm grateful my dog is nice. I'm grateful the butterfly came in my plant, which Nancy had. Nancy can write a story about this. But she can start with, I'm grateful for that butterfly. I saw the caterpillar turn into a butterfly. It was so amazing to have it indoors. My house wasn't particularly prepared for that. It just arrived. It came to give me, I wonder what the lesson, the learning, the message was from that. That's what I mean. So you write this, I said, until your fingers stiffen. You keep writing. You start with 3 words. I'm grateful for my house. I'm grateful for my bed. I got one of my friends so upset one summer when I told her I was grateful for lovemaking. She couldn't get over it. But that meant I was satisfied. I'm grateful I had that. Guess what? Brian walked away into the woods and never came back, put his hat on and he left. So, well, have I been grateful then, grateful now? Of course. So but you have to expand it. Your hands hurt. You're beginning to cry. When you see you do this kind of gratitude and you because you're coming, remember, no matter what I do, Tessa-Marie, nothing changes. What about when you didn't have a house? What about that? What about when you didn't have a place to stay? What about when you were yearning for that house that you're living in today? Yes, You said you are missing something and you cannot pin it, and you're just putting a square peg in a wrong hole and you scream out and you're exhausted. Nothing is working. No matter how hard I try. And Tessa-Marie is telling you, hey, stop that nonsense. Be grateful. Be grateful, not just walking about saying it in a lackadaisical way. Be grateful that you were able to see the sunrise or the sunset, or you saw a bird, you saw a squirrel. Look, they're crazy. They have conversations. And write it down. The more you practice gratitude, the more your mind will open to give you the opportunities to be grateful for. I told you in my gratitude journal that gratitude has siblings. Siblings jealousy. They do not like to see that only one type of gratitude is being raised and blessed. They want to be part of it. So they come to you and they deliver more for you to be grateful for in the moment. Write your gratitude. Choose your gratitude journal that you're choosing the best feeling lover you can find. The six packs in the right way, the curves in the proper way, everything you desire. And write it in your gratitude journal. Make it feel good. Write it with your hand, a blue ink pen, and write until your fingers stiffen. Right until they begin to hurt and you're crying. You're not crying for the pain of your fingers. You're crying because you realize, oh my goodness, I have it all. I am so blessed. I am so satisfied. I just feel so full. I do not miss anything. I love that feeling that I have, that everything I desire is right here. Go that deep. Yes, go deep and cry until you engage your heart in your gratitude. You will not see that you have it all, because you do. You must engage your heart with your gratitude. When you do, you will know, I got it. You know what, Tessa-Marie, I got it all. And when you are consciously feeling gratitude and how you have emptied yourself, you realize where you are. No comparison, no regret, not they have it better than me, they're richer than me, they started at the school the same time, went to the same public school, the same high school, and then today they are this and I am not that. You will never do that again, because you'll feel so complete. Your heart, your hand, pen, paper is the answer you need to stop feeling that something is missing in your life. You are complete. Believe you are, because you are. So look at the connection. Your heart, your hand, your fingers, your pen, and your journal. Once you have that energy of connection flowing like this, you will realize how satisfied you are, how fulfilled you are. And you will not have that thirst for something that you cannot give a name to. You will not feel that you have an unquenchable thirst, because you took the time to acknowledge, hey, yes, I went through a lot of challenges, but here I am. The rapper, what is his name? You know, the rapper, he's Canadian. Anyway, he said, no, we started at the bottom. Oh, Drake, we started at the bottom and now we are here. You started at the bottom. Celebrate that you started at the bottom of the rung of the ladder and now you're halfway up. You're not where you desire to be, but you got from the bottom to the middle of the ladder and you're quenching. You know you need more. I'm going to put more there. I'm going to go for it. But of course not. You are saying, I do not have it. I haven't got it yet. I need more. I need more of what? And you cannot even acknowledge what you already get, or what you already have. And you expect more to come. So my mom said, if we treated each other like we treated our money, we wouldn't have anybody in our life. We crush it, we abuse it, we drop it on the floor, we waste it by buying things we do not want, and then when we buy the thing, we don't appreciate it. So we need to appreciate what is already in our life if we're looking for that thing like an itch that is insatiable. No matter what we do, we cannot quench it. We cannot drink enough to quench that thirst. No matter how much food we put in our belly, we're still hungry for something. And that is what happens when you do not understand that go and be grateful in a big way. I'm grateful for the delicious cup of decaf coffee I just had. Yes. And it's not because somebody doesn't have it. It's because you have it. And that is all it is. Even the cup, you guys know of my big decision 2 Fridays ago. I wanted a cup of nice, creamy, what do you call that thing, Nespresso coffee. And I just felt in the afternoon, that's not like me, but something drove me, and I needed to have had that experience so I could understand where I was in my life. That's why when you get an inclination to do something, do it. Walk towards it. Even if you do not understand it, go towards it so that it opens up and say, that's why I brought you here. So you can experience it. You can realize where you are in your life. I walked away from my desk, went into the kitchen. And as you know, I am the woman of mugs. My husband used to be so, he just couldn't get it. Why you woke up at 4 by 11, there's 6 mugs and 2 glasses and they're all from you. Why do you need to do that? I didn't have an answer. I kind of, don't know. I just didn't see it as a problem because I didn't have to wash those mugs. He did those morning cups he liked cleaning or whatever. Until one day when he had gone into the forest, take his hat and walk into the forest, I realized, oh yeah, that's really true. And guess what? He's not there to wash them. I have to wash them. So I laughed and I loaded it in the dishwasher. That's how they went. But that day I came to the kitchen. I stood there, opened the kitchen cabinet, and I'm there. My mind is saying one thing, which mug should you use? And then I picked one, and then as I'm walking to the machine, something said to me, so you realize the biggest decision you had to make today was choosing which cup you were going to use to drink your coffee. And when that hit me, I went, holy. And you know what I said? I started laughing. And I have a friend, and Colin is one of, good morning, Melford, how are you feeling today? Is one person who would understand that. Being working in the bank, doing all those things, so many big decisions, running a home and a family, so many big decisions. And I come to the point in my life that it took me about 40 seconds to decide on which mug in this cabinet I should use to have a coffee. And then the inspiration that pushed me to do something unusual that afternoon, having a cup of creamy coffee, said to me, you realize this is the biggest decision you made all day. That was true. So that is what I mean. So you think my life didn't change? Yes, it changed. To the point that I am standing there and I do not know. Can you imagine when the kids were pulling at my skirt in the morning? Dragging the mommy, I don't like this cereal. Daddy, mommy, I don't, so and so. I have to give me 2 sandwiches because this guy come to school and he has no lunch. That was Michael. He always had to feed the hungry. You think I had time to choose a cup? I was lucky if I got a cup of coffee before I took them to the bus stop or took them to school. And I always said that's why mothers are fat, because we do not get to chew our food. It all lands in our stomach and it sits at our waist and our hip. Because while we are chewing, we have to swallow because somebody who is 4, 3, 2, 1 is asking a question and we have to answer them. But my life changed. I am in this thing. I am now having to make a big decision. Which mug will I have to use my coffee? Which mug will I choose today? So yes, our life has changed. So when you think you're missing something, get your gratitude journal, and it is your sacred thing. You do not let people read it. And write in that journal what you're grateful for each and every day. Because the more you do it, the more you will notice that you do not have an unquenchable thirst. You're fine. So let me read your 129 comments. I know Deborah wrote some, and Stacy, of course, and the other ladies are just enjoying it, being in the moment. So Deborah was a little frazzled, but she woke up and here she is, and Yuko came calling, feeling wonderful. Stacy said good morning. No longer look for the answers in others, you think. And the solution, she said, is love, peace, wisdom is within me. That's great. It works for you. You keep using it. And that's what is important. And then we go to my life is changing every day. Change is amazing. We will all go through many changes. Yes, I'm taking steps for freedom. Faith focus. I move forward in healthy boundaries and thoughts, realizing this is the best I can do with this situation. I'm doing my best. What I always say to you guys, it doesn't matter when somebody criticizes you and you turn and say, well, I don't care what you say. I did my best. That is such a lovely feeling. If you believe something is missing, then it is. If you focus on all that you have, then nothing is actually missing. And you are not thirsty. You're full. When I don't have a change, my day feels boring. Every morning I wake up, there is a new change in my life, in my day. Kathleen was here. I am grateful for peace and health, love and health, wisdom and health, compassion and health. I'm grateful to be growing where I am planted. Amazing, strong. You know what? That is something we sometimes forget. When you go for your walk today, or Nancy, if you're still here, when you go in that garden of yours today, I want you to look at where a weed is growing. Or where, and maybe later on in the spring, where did that lettuce seed decide to plant itself? Mine last summer, the summer before, decided to plant it on the wall of the garden between the bricks. It planted itself there from the fall, and in the summer, it came up all spring, and I watched it grow. It did, where it was planted, like Deborah said, didn't matter. What mattered to that lettuce seed, that tiny lettuce seed, those of you who have never seen one, is take a pen and make a dot. That is how small a lettuce seed is, that big bunch you get at the supermarket. It did not stop where it was planted from preventing it from growing. It did not say, my father was a failure, my mother was a this, we are poor, I came from the other side of the track, I am black, I have an accent, I'm ugly, I have big lips, I have small lips, I'm all of those things. That seed did not see anything wrong with itself. It did not even let its situation in life stopped it from growing. I did reels about it. I showed it off last spring. So yes, where you are planted is not important. It's what you do with where you are that's important. I'm going to be grateful, peace, love, health journal. You're going to have to do that. Because of my nerve dysfunction, I vocally dictate. That is great. You can do that. And when you did, if you're speaking your gratitude, walk through it. Actually walk and say, I am determined. And you sat. And you put the energy, I am happy and grateful. Oh, I'm so happy and grateful, this or that. And talk about it. Do it in technicolor. Stop doing your gratitudes in black and white. It doesn't sell anymore. I will start doing more consistently so I don't focus so much on the pain from the nerve dysfunction experience. I had this experience in meditation. And it was, do not focus on what is not working in your life. So this pain of yours, Deborah, it's difficult to do that. But focus on what is not the nerve pain. And maybe if you can pick up your glass without the nerve, because nerve pain is burning. It feels like you have pepper in your body. So when you pick something up, you have to hold it and just say, this is great. This is good today. It's in the moment. Being present is seeing pain, discomfort, challenges, peace. A bill got paid. There is water flowing from the tap. I touched the switch and the lights came on. That's what you're grateful for. We know we have all of these things on the right. Let's see what is on the left. I'm a grazer too. I come back to enjoy it later sometime when it's unfinished. I know, I do that too. For all the wonderful notes, they're so beautiful. I'm grateful every day you came into my life. Thank you, Tracy. I'm grateful for you, Tessa-Marie. I am grateful for ladybugs, the warmth of the sun. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for my body, which is a temple. I'm grateful for a blessing, all blessings. You can take that thing and you can create like 2 pages, but make them, open them up, split them open. Why are you grateful for Tessa-Marie? Why are you grateful for ladybugs? Why, when you see a ladybug, what does it do for you? Talk about it. The warmth of the sun. Why do you love the warmth of the sun? Does it help release the pain from the nose? I'm grateful for my home. Why? What is amazing about your home? I'm grateful for my body, which is a temple. Why you consider your body a temple? Why? What it mean as a body, a temple? That's how you are gratitude. Open it up. This was a great morning blessing. Love this. I'm grateful for the delicious cup of coffee. I love that, Arita. Melford came. I love this. Thank you so much for helping me realizing that I'm not thirsty. I'm full. Of course you are. I stand tall and now leaning toward the sun and the beautiful healing rays of peace. That's exactly what it is. So now you got it. Wonderful people. I have to say goodbye to you. Stacy, Arita, Melford, Ryan, Lynn, Deborah, and Loretta. Thank you, wonderful human beings, for coming and spending the time with us. If you came and you got something, remember, it was just for you. You came just in time. So take it and use it, and know that whatever that thirst that is unquenchable, leave it alone. Concentrate on what it is that is you have in your life. Have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye, everyone. Love you. I'm happy and grateful you spend your morning with me.